They wonder why they're single and they have such bad breath. It's like no one wants to put their mouth on that sewage pipe. You know, nobody wants to do who would want to put their mouth on that?
Then you look at that person that does have a girlfriend. You're like, why are you putting your mouth
Right.
on that sewage pipe?
Yeah.
Are you a sewage pipe?
Yeah, maybe she's got a sewage pipe too that we don't know about. There's just two sewages going together.
Just exhaust.
Just like going into each other.
We're back. We should jump in, episode 2.
The good thing about not having to do the first episode is that you can kind of just jump in now.
You see, if you didn't watch the first episode, go watch that. It's out now. We had all sorts of problems this time as well. If you're like, that looks weird, that sounds weird, well, that's what we were trying to fix.
You ever get a haircut and you feel like it's just not quite right?
I don't think I've ever come away from a haircut being like, this is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I like the haircut, but there's just, like I said, it's like when you trim the hedges or like a bonsai tree and you look at it and you're just like, it's fine, but you need to trim a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there to get it just
actually,
right.
You know what? There's been maybe 1 or 2 haircuts that were like, this is perfect. I always take a picture of it, of my face. I always go back to that reference photo that's now like 6 years old, and I'm like, this is what I want. And they never come away with it right. They never come away with it as good as the picture.
The picture that I have was literally from like 2018.
You're showing Mr. Miyagi's bonsai tree, and you're like, this is how I want it, and you come away, and the thing's all like...
I recently decided to take new pictures, because I was like, this is old now, this is 2018. And I wasn't really thinking. I was in the bathroom, and I had my shirt off. The hair is on my chest and everything, and I'm just like, I didn't realize how weird it was until I pulled the pictures up at the bar, but I was like, no, that didn't work. That's not my free swim, that's a pre-swim. I like things that are bad. Everything is supposed to be wonderful. Everybody likes wonderful things, but it's like I enjoy bad things. Bad experiences are way more interesting than good experiences.
There's nothing worse than a good time.
Somebody comes in and they say, you know, oh, I had a nice vacation, and it's like, oh, how was it? It was fantastic. I'll tell you all about it later. Oh. I want to hear about, how was the wedding? Oh, it was crazy. The groom punched his best friend. They got in a fight. He knocked over the cake. There was a whole shenanigan. That's what you want to hear. Those are good times. Those are stories. Those are things that you can go back to and put in your conversation bank. I think people undervalue conversation. There's limited conversation. If I go out somewhere and I have a good experience, you know, maybe I'll tell 1 or 2 people about that. If I have a bad experience, I'll be talking about that story forever. I love to complain. And if I have a bad experience, I'm complaining galore. I mean, to be clear, I don't complain to like service work. I'm not like a Karen or anything like that. Like, I'm not complaining to people about things. I'll complain behind their backs about everything. I'm at my most comfortable when I'm able to complain about things. And the only time you can complain about things really is when things aren't going well.
If I were to go to a wedding, I'd love it to be an absolute disaster.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if my own wedding was a disaster as long as it didn't cause us to not be together anymore. But when somebody comes to you with a story, they're like, oh, you're never going to believe what happened to me in Italy. It was crazy. It was a disaster. You want to hear about that. A nice time is like, yeah, so we went and we got wine and we went on the lake or on the water and this and that. It's like, I don't care. We went to a fast food restaurant when we were younger. I don't know if you remember that. We went to a KFC. And it was the worst friggin' place. There was a bucket on the floor with, like, grease that was, like, things coming down from the, dripping down to the thing. There was tiles coming out of the thing. It was the shittiest place. I've thought more about that place than most good places I've ever been to because it's just it was so shitty.
I want to talk about something that just recently occurred. I want to talk about the birthday text. If you're in a group chat, the first person who says happy birthday takes all the credit. It's almost a little selfish. It's like, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to say happy birthday. Everybody after that first birthday is just second fiddle to that first guy. It's like, how much do these second, third ones matter? Did they really care? The thing is, you can take it a bunch of ways. If you're in a group chat and you missed the initial birthday text, you can go a couple of different ways with it. You can say, fuck it. Like, let me ride off the coattails and just say, whatever, I'm a second fiddle, and that's that. 2, you could send a personalized text to them outside of the group chat, but in that instance, everybody in the group chat is like, where is this guy? You know, if you send somebody a happy birthday text outside of the group chat, I'm like, where's Matthew? He didn't say happy birthday? But you're not going to be in there like, hey, guys, I said happy birthday on the side. Like, you don't want to do that. Or 3, you can do something like what you did. It's like, if you're last, and you know you're last, and you're like last in a long stretch, like it's been hours, you kind of have to put on a show about it a little bit. You kind of have to make a joke about it. You kind of have to play it up, ham it up, be like, hey guys, like what you did, you went in there and be like, this is AI, and everybody's like, ha ha ha. You have to make a joke out of it, but redeem the fact that you came in a little last, and then you're like, okay, that's fine. We're in a group chat with a bunch of buddies. Somebody said happy birthday in there, and then a flow of happy birthdays came in. I came in, another friend came in, and you weren't even up yet because we're in LA. It's like a couple hours difference. So you were like, I didn't even see this yet.
That's not what happened, but I will. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm being nice.
Well, let me tell you.
You did see it.
Well, yes, I did see it. So first of all, the group text thing is something that we have our own group text from people back home, and we've been doing that recently. As of last year, I don't know if you noticed, I've been absent from the group text because I've been doing the individual text, even like before. Like I kind of was like,
I didn't notice.
Well, I didn't. You notice I didn't text anyone happy birthday last year, and you must. I
don't keep track of people.
Okay. Well, I didn't wish anyone happy birthday last year in that group text because I was doing individual text. I was getting tired of the whatever. We have a friend in that text group that notoriously was last, and now he's the butt of the joke that he's always last, and that's kind of the stink on him. I woke up and saw that text, and I was like, now because now I'm looking at it, it's like the person.
But you didn't want to be. You're like, I don't want to be the second fiddle.
No, because I'm looking at that, and it's like now I kind of look at it, it's like it's try hard. He's like texting out like one. I mean, this is like it's like I don't know. I rolled over in bed. I was like, forget it. I will do it later. Like I don't want to do it right now. As a matter of fact, I was just gonna send a separate text. I wasn't gonna send a one in the tech group because I'm just like I don't really want to.
Yeah, but people have been like, where's Matthew?
They'll say that initially, but as the year goes on and everyone sees they got an individual text, they're like, oh, that's where he was.
Now, there's a couple instances where you're not the greatest friend with somebody, and you're not even in a group chat with somebody like me, and I'm like, but I want to wish them happy birthday. So I wish them happy birthday. They say thanks. No correspondence has happened. The next birthday arrives. Happy birthday. Thanks.
That's it?
Just like a happy birthday, not blunt like that. It's like happy birthday, oh thank you, blah, blah, blah. The only correspondence between the year and a year is happy birthday. At what 3 or 4 times. At what point are we just like, let's cut this off.
End it.
We don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to do these
Are
happy
they wishing
birthdays.
you a happy birthday?
Yeah, but that's the only thing in between these gaps.
Forget it.
Happy birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday. There's no extra whatever. It's like, that's it. It's like, all right, at some point, we got to just cut our losses and be like, you're cool, this is fine, but this is now...
Get rid of it.
We don't get rid of it.
Get rid of it. And
if there's nothing else outside of the birthday text, what are we doing? We're in the news.
I have a theme for mine. Scandals and animals. People doing crimes with animals. We got a trio sentenced over a bear insurance fraud scam in California.
That's a mouthful.
3 people have been jailed for insurance fraud after claiming their cars were damaged by a bear, only for the assailant to be somebody dressed in a bear costume. A trio used a bear suit to stage the fake attacks inside a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes in an effort to get their paws on $141,000 in insurance payouts. So these guys got in bear costumes. They went into the car. They mucked around. They tried to get away with it, but there was surveillance cam footage, and people could tell instantly that these were not real bears. No fucking kidding. So this was all on camera, right? So they looked at this and like, these aren't real bears. In order for you to get away with this, you need a really damn good bear suit for this. You can't just go to the eye party.
Did they show what it looks like?
Yeah, you could see like half the neck hanging down, where it's like there needs to be more head in there. It's like this isn't. But second of all, it's
they're
like
talking to each other.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, Brendan, go over there and slash these tires. The audacity that you think that you can act like a wild ant. Do you think you're a good enough actor, even if you had the best bear suits in the world?
No.
Do you think that you could act like a wild animal?
No.
Like convincingly on camera?
I mean, a bear's pretty mellow. Like they're not wild, like, but you're not. No.
But you can look at a footage and be like, that's just not how an animal
the bear's
moves.
Got a knife and he's stabbing the seats.
Yeah.
Like perfectly in line with the.
Yeah. Somehow he pulled out his phone and
he knows where the seams are, where he's poking each thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
he's pointing over there to go get the back. So these guys were sentenced to 180 days in jail, but not just any jail. They were sentenced to weekend jail. So they only do jail on the weekends. So they basically they finish out their week and they go in and they say, all right,
I'm clocking in for jail.
Time for me to go to jail.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Time for me to go to jail, and they just go in and they go to jail for the weekend. I'd commit some crimes if all it took was to go to jail on the weekends.
Yeah, my weekends are open.
Think of all the obligations, all the things that people want you to do on the weekends. You don't want to do. Like, sorry, I gotta go to jail. I can't. Oh, can you help me move on the week?
What'd you do? Nothing.
Jail.
Good guys in there. I got
Yeah.
a couple buddies in there. I go in there in jail.
Do you want to go to this party? Oh, sorry, I can't. I gotta go to jail for this weekend. I'm booked for the next 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing to a human is a monkey, and that's the best shot we got at acting like an animal. It's not the worst idea in the world if they didn't.
But do you think you can act like a wild animal?
No. If like, say the thing is like if they spawn bears upon their car and said go, like try to have them go at it. Maybe they put some meat in the car and they're like go fuck up the car type of thing. The bears themselves, not them. They can't be bears. Shopping center installs toilet doors that become transparent when cigarette smoke is detected. Walking into the men's bathroom at an international center in blah 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 district, you're greeted by a sign that reads, "Smoking makes the glass transparent." After several failed attempts to discourage people from smoking in the indoor bathrooms, the Chinese shopping center decided to implement special doors that became transparent when smoke is detected. The company has previously imposed fines on people caught smoking in the restroom, so it decided to discourage the habit by threatening to expose offenders. Quote, "Resist the urge to smoke unless you want to become internet famous." Now, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. You're basically encouraging public indecency. I don't know what kind of smoking issues they got over there. People over here I feel like they don't smoke as much anymore. But if they're smoking that much, to the fact that you need to implement these big ass doors, you're installing these things, these glass things that go transparent, there's a real issue over there. I'd even be fine with them patting you down before you go into the bathroom. Like, even that's ridiculous. But the fact that they're letting these things go transparent when smoke comes in, kids are walking in there. The guy could be sitting on the toilet, his dick could be out, his ass crack, and he takes one rip of the cig, and all of a sudden the kid's watching him on the toilet. That's gonna ruin his childhood. I feel like 75% of these people will be like, I need to smoke. They're not gonna give a shit. They're gonna be like, let them see my cock. I'm gonna fucking smoke this cigarette and take that chance.
I just don't, over here at least, I don't think
Nobody's
people are smoking
like
in the
that.
bathrooms. Like, people don't smoke inside anymore because you get in.
They got a bigger issue upon their hands if people are smoking that much.
Here's the thing. If that was a problem over here, I would say good for China. They're getting shit done. They're coming up with solutions that we're not. But I don't think it's a problem.
I'm more concerned about the kids walking into this thing.
I guess it's, I mean, if you're in the boys' room, you already have one of those. You're just seeing a much bigger one. There's a much hairier one.
Also, what if this thing malfunctions? What if just like any perfume, whatever, spray it, and all of a sudden your dick's out online, and there you go. You don't have a job anymore.
People that are younger in the old days, they used to have smoking and non-smoking sections.
Like that does the trick.
Yeah, it's
all
like,
the smoke's just after this area that we've assigned, it just stops. The smoke doesn't come over.
Yeah, there's no wall deflating it. There's no like fan. It's just like, this is just a section. That shit transfers right over. It was a poor solution, but it was for a different time where they're just like, I guess this is the best we got.
Yeah.
They should have just put those people outside is what they should have done.
It's
you want smoking outside.
I can't believe they used to be able to smoke on the plane. That's crazy. There's nowhere for it to go.
It's how everyone lived very short lives. Nobody lived till fucking 80 years old then because everyone was just getting secondhand smoke from everywhere you go.
The left side of the plane's smoking and the right side of the plane's non-smoking. Yeah, it's fucking coming over there.
It's time
Bunch of snacks out
for Packed Snack, which is a feature that we had on the episode. It was supposed to be episode 1, but it was episode 0. But now we have here now in episode 2. The last time we did this, I actually made a good snack for you. And then you ended up making me a bad snack.
Well, it's wet. Oh,
Is
it's
it?
wet. What the fuck are we looking at here?
Oh, God. So this time I wasn't so generous with the snack. We're each packing a snack for each other, and we each have our own lunch. But this is my lunchbox, and he got his lunchbox there. We each put a snack in each of our lunch boxes for us to try.
These things are so itchy.
Yeah, they're not fun. We don't eat lobster, so we don't know. Like, people put these fucking bibs on. We haven't seen each other's snacks.
No, I don't know what is under this.
So I don't know what's
under
in
the hood here.
He doesn't know what's in there.
Bon appetit.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Careful. Careful unwrapping that. I wrapped it in saran wrap.
Oh, saran wrap. Taco. It looks like a taco here. Double taco. I feel like our grandfather opened up a Christmas present. Such beautiful paper. Such beautiful. I don't want to rip it.
I made sure I didn't put too much liquid or dressing or anything on this where it would get soggy. Oh man. Oh brother.
I think you and I might have done something similar.
Really?
So what I see here, peanut butter, I see pepperoni, I see a chunk of Oreo here. Wasn't sure. You said the s'more Oreo. You say this is part of the s'more Oreo. That almost looks like egg because I see yellow in there. That looks like an egg, but like... Is that egg? I'm gonna be honest with the first bite.
Yeah.
I only taste peanut butter.
Really?
Because I taste peanut butter and now I taste kind of fluff and
That's a Taco Bell taco.
yeah.
Yeah.
A little salty from like the pepperoni. That's the first time I got a real pepperoni bite. It's mostly peanut butter, and so it's not fluff.
It's a Twinkie.
Oh, okay. I thought they still sell those. Texture-wise, you're looking for crunch. Like the crunch of the taco loses the crunch of the Oreo, and I think the Twinkie overrides the s'mores. I did taste the peanut butter was very overwhelming. I feel kind of a little nauseous right now, to be honest. It's not unedible.
I didn't know. I thought the peanut butter was just gonna be a glue, but yeah, that seemed to take over.
Not
All right,
for me.
I'm gonna dig in here. This is just a ball. This is all I got. Thank you.
Yep.
Snack time.
Eat it like that. This might not have held the best, but let's see.
Oh no. So, I don't know what these colors are. It looks like red, white, and blue Oreo. But it looks like there's some coleslaw in there. I'm gonna be honest. Do you want me to undo the hood, or should I just
I
bite
think
in?
you should just take a bite.
All right. Let me let's take a bite.
Get a good old.
I will say, I think this is drier than you want it to be.
None of this is how you want it to be. It's like we put it in the fridge way longer than it should be. This is not ideal in any situation.
I taste like sloppy Joe. What
Really?
What is that? What is that meat? Like the pulled pork?
You're on the right track.
Okay, this is bad. I taste the coleslaw
Yeah.
in whatever that dressing is on the coleslaw, and then it's just mixed in with like chocolate and sweet stuff that doesn't taste good in there.
Let me take a bite. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna taste it. You know what? Should we? You want to try yours? Maybe we should do a. Because you didn't try this, did you? Maybe we should make this a thing. You try the other end. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's fucking awful. Oh fuck.
Wow, the peanut butter immediately.
Overwhelms.
What else was in that?
It was barbecue sauce, chocolate sauce,
Oh yes.
coleslaw, and then
Coleslaw.
it was a limited edition fire pop cracker Oreos.
It did taste like that ice cream. What did we do last time?
We give a ranking. All right, I guess we'll on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and on 3 we'll give our scores of what we
All right.
thought this thing is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Okay.
Yours was tasted like a 0. If it looked like a cake around the edge, fine, but it was like bleeding with like chocolate and that barbecue sauce. And it was just like, I don't know what this is. Texture-wise, that's god-awful. Coleslaw and crunchiness with the bread.
On a good day, it probably could be in the middle on a 5, but like it kind of made me a little like not feeling great after the third bite. So I gave it I give it a little below average on a 5. That's Packed Snack. We do that. And
We don't feel good in it now.
Yeah, now and we still have another segment to go, and we got to deal with this now in our stomachs. But
What's
we got to do
next?
something. We got social science judgment next coming up. We're in Social Science Judgment. This is the segment in which we judge a social thing that people do that we don't like, and I think a lot of people don't like, and
Well, maybe people have in this case.
And we wanted to figure out why this is happening and how we can prevent it. And today's topic is something that we're very passionate about. Folks, we were talking about bad breath. People walking around just like stank breath. It's either they don't realize it, they don't care, they're on dates, they're out in public, they're at work, and they're just stinking up the place, and they don't have any awareness or any or want to change it.
If you had bad breath, or I knew you had bad breath, it stays with you for a lifetime. The bad breath stigma stays with you for a lifetime unless you put in years and years of good breath. You could probably think on the top of your head, oh, I remember some people who have some bad breath.
Everybody.
When I say bad breath, you think of the couple people. You're like, oh yeah, that was not good breath that they were ripping there.
You could put on a list.
And the sad thing is it takes just one or two. But I mean, some of these people have it and you're like, okay, they're the bad breath. But it just takes that one or two with bad breath, and you're like, that's a problem.
You can excuse one, maybe two, a couple instances, but past that, there's a certain point where it's like, this is bad. This is a recurring issue.
A coffee breath or like a garlic breath, unexcusable.
There was a teacher that we had.
Yes.
That had.
Oh man, I don't know if you're thinking of the same teacher.
I'm not gonna say him.
Wait, I'm not gonna say it because I don't know.
We're gonna blur that out. The whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
Great guy. This is a great guy. All right.
I have this on my thing.
I have nothing bad things to say about this teacher. He was a fantastic guy. But man, when I didn't want to ask for help for this guy because every time I asked for help, he'd come over and it was a mix between the coffee breath and the bad breath intertwined to form this horrible stench.
So every time I called him over, his breath was so bad that I stopped calling him over, and my grades suffered from it.
Yeah.
I can't ask for help anymore because if he comes over here, I'm like, can I get some help? He's like, yeah, sure, let me be over. I'm like, no, you can stay right there. We'll talk.
Yeah.
More.
Settle for a C+ instead of the B.
You need to be aware if you're drinking coffee about that. That's one thing that I'm like, if I'm drinking coffee, I'm not getting near somebody's face or in that premise. That's like an awareness thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Other than like you're not aware that you have bad breath, you need to be aware that you're drinking coffee at least.
Yeah. Well, I think you need to be aware if, special professions, like especially if you're like a doctor that you're going to be close up, a physical therapist, an eye doctor, which is also a doctor, like if you're in these like very close proximity things, a teacher that you got to get up and help students, you need to be aware that my breath needs to be fresh.
If you're in a loud space, you're at a party, you're at a concert, and somebody's got bad breath, I no longer get my nose up to them. I'll do the ear thing like this. As they're talking, I'll go like this because my ear can't smell anything. It distracts me so much. If I'm talking to somebody and they got bad breath, I'm lost. I lose the conversation. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm more thinking about what trajectory is that breath going? Where's the wind trajectory in a space that I need to get away from this? So, like, is there any sort of area that we can move to or facial thing that I could go one way so that I can no longer smell this rank?
And sometimes it's deeper than that. It's like there's like a dental issue involved. And we also know dental issues are expensive, right?
Right.
But when you see the guy buying a brand new PS5 and their breath stinks to high heaven, it's like, listen, man, you got to make your priorities straight. You got to spend that money on getting some dental work done and get that shit figured out. And forget the PS5 for now.
There's things we do recognize that some people can't control this. This is a disease to some people that they can't do. But they could help us out with it. You know what is another problem is it's a very awkward thing to say. It's so awkward that I will never say it to somebody because in some scenarios it's just like they can't do anything about it. Like if they don't have tools on hand to fix this, they're fucked. There's one thing if like you could say your feet stink because it's like, oh, your feet or you smell like BO, your armpits stink, but things that aren't supposed to stink that are stinking, then you got a real problem.
Well, part of me is like, should I just have gum on hand for like? Because sometimes it's like,
that's awkward too.
If somebody's breath stinks and you're just like, I'm gonna, you take a piece of gum for yourself. It's like anybody else want some? Like trying to get it to, but it's like it's not your job. It's like the guy that goes over to the girl's house, right, after a night, and he doesn't bring a condom, and the girl's gonna buy condoms because you don't want to. Some of these girls don't want to raw dog some of these animals, and it's like this guy comes over and it's just like, I didn't bring one over, so they have to buy him for. It's like, I don't want to be the condom guy, but for gum, I have to provide the gum because these guys have bad breath. Like, I don't want these girls shouldn't have to provide condoms for these guys that don't come prepared.
Bad breath is an absolute red flag stopping point. Easy enough to say, I'll find a new girlfriend if they had bad breath. I'll find a new barber that's been my barber for 10 years if all of a sudden they have bad breath. I'll find a new state-of-the-art A1 doctor if they have bad breath. I don't care if they're that good. I will find a new doctor.
This happens to women, but I feel like it's more of a guy problem. I mean, guys are just grosser in general. We're a bunch of fucking
I feel like girls
pigs.
have their purse. They're
are
aware
animals.
that
They're pigs.
Girls, I feel like more aware that their breath would not smell. But guys, I start judging some people when I smell their bad breath, but they have a girlfriend, and then I'm like,
I don't
understand.
understand.
I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? This guy. His breath is terrible. How does this? Are you settling for this?
Yeah, there was somebody that I knew that had some of the worst breath I ever smelled in my life, and I think it was more of a dental issue, and he had a girlfriend, and I was like, man, God bless her. You can send an exorcist over there and get that thing sorted out. They wonder why they're single, and they have such bad breath. It's like no one wants to put their mouth on that sewage pipe. Nobody wants to do who would want to put their mouth on that?
Then you look at that person that does have a girlfriend. You're like, why are you putting your mouth on that sewage pipe? Are you a sewage pipe?
Yeah, maybe she's got a sewage pipe too that we don't know about. There's just two sewages going together.
Just exhaust.
Just like going into each other. Just tank of gas. Holy camole.
Bad breath turns a normal conversation into like a survival contest.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out ways to get out of there, trying to figure out ways to deflect, all that sort of thing.
I worked with this guy very briefly. He didn't last long, and maybe it was because he was breath.
Right.
I don't know. But he had some of the best manners. He was so friggin' too polite. I don't like people that are too polite. I mean, that's a whole different topic.
Gotta balance it out.
So he was incredibly polite. Breath was kicking. Terrible breath. It's like, buddy, you fixed your breath. You fixed your manners, but you didn't fix your breath. It's almost like a video game character. He put stats into it. He put most of his stats into manners. And didn't put any stats into breath. You gotta even your stats, buddy. You gotta get your stats. You gotta even out your stats. Like,
just absolutely no stats in the breath.
No stats in the breath. All the stats in the manners. So he's like,
pumped
hey,
up manners,
how's it going,
right?
sir? How's it going, guy? How's it going? It's just like, whoa, like this is crazy. If you're gonna get healthy, good on the breath, you gotta do gum or the strips are good. The TikToks make a lot of noise.
Tic Tacs.
They make noise. On
maybe not Tic Tacs, but there's mints.
Yeah, mints are fine. Mints are fine. I'm not opposed to Tic Tacs, but sometimes they make a little bit too much noise, and it's like you don't want that. So now, what is the solution? I've kind of noticed the trend over the last couple of these we've done that we kind of come up with.
Yeah, the most absurd.
Well, I think it goes with science because a lot of this stuff has to do with like some scientific thing that like hasn't been invented yet. But it kind of fits into the theme.
Yeah,
so,
our solutions aren't practical solutions.
No. I was going to say, it would be nice if there was some sort of thing, they call it a breathalyzer test for alcohol, but it should be a breathalyzer test to test.
I wrote the exact same thing.
Okay.
All right.
Same. All right. Well, thank you for letting me go first.
Right, I know.
Yeah, isn't that terrible with that? So you're like, I'm going out in the town, I'm going out to work, I'm going to do this. You breathe in, and the level knows what is the level of bad, and it says, this is bad breath. You got to fix it.
You get in your car, you put your breathalyzer in, not only does it test you for alcohol, it tests you for bad breath. If you got bad breath, shuts down everything. The car doesn't start. Your credit card goes on hold.
Yeah.
You get no service in your phone. Everything shuts down until you fix that breath.
Your dating apps all shut down.
Yes. And a matter of fact, in terms of dating apps, I think it'd be great.
They send out a notification like this guy is not fit to be out right now. Here's a simple fix. Here's a more practical fix. Just like the condom thing. You're going out. You might get lucky tonight. I don't know. Slip a condom in your wallet because you might have a good night. Slip a thing of gum in your wallet.
Yeah, that's as practical.
Yeah, I know, but just do it.
Good.
Make it a habit. Like make sure you open your wallet. I mean, you got your keys, you got your ID, you got your money, you got a piece of gum, condom. You get the whole thing. Put it in there, all of it. Like make it part of your routine.
New iPhone comes out. I want the charging hole to be a breathalyzer hole. When you take that phone, the charging port, you put your breath in there, and it'll calculate if your breath's good or not. On dating apps, it'll calculate your breath. It'll say, before you can make your account, it'll say, what's your height? 5'9", lives in Los Angeles, breath, has some bad days. You can't make your account unless that's on there. That way these women or men or whatever could be like, bad Bad breath on this one.
Yeah.
Can I deal with that? Does this balance out here?
Well, it's just like on those apps where you have to get photo verification. You got to have breath verification. It's going to be like, yep, it's up to par or it's not up to par, and you got to be okay with that. Gemini, ooh, I don't know, but bad breath, that's going to be in the list of things on the dating apps. Or how about forget about this? How about drink some fucking water or something? You know what I mean? Like get your you don't drink.
Get just everything in there. You just get flushed.
You can't just wallow all day with nothing. You gotta drink fucking water, or you gotta like eat some fucking food to get something in there, because otherwise you're gonna be a dead rat just in there all fucking day, and that's not.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody wants
kicking
that
down their nostrils.
No. It's crazier too when you have like good-looking people that have bad breath.
Yep.
Because it's like when you have a person that's not good-looking, it's like, well, they
10, 3.
Right. It's crazy.
That's how crazy the drop is.
It kind of breaks my brain, because like when you have somebody that's like not good looking and they have bad breath, it's like, well, you kind of good looking people that stink in general is just a wild thing that you don't expect. The general thing of this is you got bad breath and you know you have bad breath. Get gum. Try to figure out a way to do it.
You don't have to know you have bad breath or even think that you might have bad breath. Just make sure your breath smells good.
Make sure it smells
good. It doesn't
good.
need to be smelling bad to fix it. You can always just have it good.
Yeah. Even if it's fine, make it better.
And nobody's ever said your breath is just too good for me. Right now.
I gotta get away from you. Your breath is too amazing. Pack some gum, pack some breath mints, pack some strips, whatever you need to fucking do. Maybe don't buy the fucking PS5 and go out and get some, your teeth done or whatever you need to do. But please, for the love of society, get your breath fixed. And that is our judgment today on social science judgment.
Yes. That's a wrap on episode 2.
It's episode 2, technically 3, but 2.
And hopefully you like these segments in here. Go check out the TikToks and the shorts on Instagram and YouTube. Those where those live, and we have extra segments of news on those short form platforms. So check out all those, and we'll see you next time on episode 3. And we'll probably have we'll definitely have at least one new segment in there.
Yep, there's things cooking.
Leave a like on the video, and we'll see you next time.